So, welcome everybody. So, this meeting is about nothing. It's about nothing really. It doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't mean anything, but it's a sharing of what's going on. And it's a sharing also about a lot of ideas and concepts we have and how that's going. This is talking about there's no one. There's already no one. That it's so much the idea that there's someone and I'm living my life and I'm having ideas how to live my life and how to deal with everything. There can be a lot of ideas, there can be a lot of concepts and beliefs and the discussions about what's right and what's wrong. Life is the boss. You could say, like, we are so believing that we are the controller, we are the chooser. I can choose my life. I can choose what to do. I have a free will. And then here, there's talking about there's no free will, there's no choice, there's even no one inside. There is no inside the body. We are so sure that there's something inside, and I am inside, and I have the control about my life. And then hearing another possibility, a suggestion that there's no one. So that's completely something else about what we normally believe and think about our life. There is no our life. There is life happening, and it's an appearance. It's an appearance of everything going on, streets and bodies and feelings, tables. Nothing is more important than anything else. And when there's me, I'm here in this body. It feels like a contracted energy. I'm in this body, and there's outside the world, and there's maybe something going on in the world, far away or close, other people or other countries. It can be a threat. So maybe there's a fear of how to deal with that and a way of dealing with it. A lot of trying to behave in a certain ways to be safe, a lot of ideas about how to behave, and a lot of thoughts. What's the best thing to do? A lot of worries maybe about what can happen. It's a dream. It's a dream of what can I do, what can go on, and what is my decision and all that. There can be a lot of thoughts, but their thoughts are thoughts. It's that thoughting energy. So there's no power in thought. There's not a controlling mechanism that when you think that it will happen or things like that. So there can be a huge disappointment things about I did so much my best and it didn't happen. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing has anything to do with you. There is no you. So that can be a relief that there's nothing, it's not your fault. You were not wrong or all that. But it's also the same as you were not right. It's not because of you that it happened. So in that way, the whole control mechanism, what we think we are in control of our lives, or maybe less or maybe more, is completely a dream. There never was control. There never was. There can be a lot of investment in trying to deal with everything and doing. There's nothing wrong with doing and all that. That's energy that's going on, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't help or something like that. There's no need for help because everything is already complete as it is. And when there's me, there seems to be a separation, like I'm here and over there, there's something else going on. And when there's a separation, the strange thing is there's something somewhere, the feeling or the belief, there's something gone wrong. I'm not good enough. This is not enough. A dissatisfaction about what's going on. There's something wrong and I should make it right. Or anything like that. It's a misunderstanding. Because that feeling that there's something going on, there's something missing. Of course, there can be a feeling of there's something missing. Because there's a remembering of something else, like there's only oneness. And suddenly there seems to be two. It's not really two, but when the brain can abstract, it seems like there's here and there's me and you and all that. So it can understand there's me and you and all that. And that understanding becomes more and more the reality, you could say. And then it seems like it's the only thing there is. And somewhere there can be a feeling or something going on like this. There was an innocence. When you look at little children, maybe there's a remembering too. Like there's an innocence, there's something else going on. So there's a looking for that, but maybe there's a looking in the story. So there's looking for freedom or happiness or always happy or always free. And it never is for always. That's the frustration. It's for a while and then there's something else and it's still not that feeling of freedom. This is not talking about feelings. This is talking about freedom, but it's unconditional and it has nothing to do with a feeling and it has nothing to do with you. Freedom is the only thing there is, the unconditional freedom or unconditional love. You could say. People think like, how can you talk about unconditional love? Because we think it's about the mother for the child and we have some ideas about unconditional love. It's not about the ideas about unconditional love. Unconditional love is everything. Everything is already unconditional love. Life is that. But when there's that separation, I'm a part of everything and I have to deal with the world and people and my life and their life and I have a struggle. Then there seems to be no unconditional love. There's a looking for that because it feels like there's a dissatisfaction. It's not enough. I'm not good enough. It's only, but that's strange to hear maybe, it's only a misunderstanding. There is not something wrong. There is not something right. That's part of that separation, that there seems to be right and wrong. Looking at it, being aware of what's going on and looking at it. And then there's, oh, this is right. And we have ideas about right and wrong. Some people are saying, no, this is right. And other people say, no, that's wrong. So there's never an agreement about what's right and wrong. So it's an endless search for the right thing or the good thing. It's never enough. It's never completely forever. And that's the search somewhere. There's a longing for something forever. The funny thing is, it's already that. But it's not for you. There's no one in it. There's no one over there. There can be bodies, but there's also no one in it. There can be ideas that there's someone in it and beliefs, of course. So it's already complete, as it is. That's what we're going to talk about. And maybe there's some questions about in the story. There can be ideas about how to deal with money or relations or anything. There can be a lot of questions, or maybe there are no questions. It doesn't matter. Maybe there's a silence, and we have so many ideas about there can be, I don't say anything, and where's that I'm always so silent and all that. When there's talking like this, here for Roes, you could say, like there can be words coming. It's just what's arising. It's just going. And sometimes it doesn't. So there's no words, there's silence. So there's no one deciding. There's no one doing that. It's life. So Roes is not different from anyone else. That seems to be because there's Roes doing these meetings also. seems like she has something, or maybe she has lost something. Of course, there's talking in the story about that, but in the same time, there is no Rose. There never was Rose. It's a construct about that woman that sits there and has a life, and there was happening something and going on. There never was. This is life talking, and it can be somewhere else, life talking in a different way. It's only different. And there can be beliefs, but there's nothing wrong with beliefs. But it feels, of course, when there's having beliefs and it's so strong, that there's something frustrating about it. So we can talk about anything, whatever. And you can write it down or type it, not writing, type it. And we'll see. You can unmute yourself if you want to say something. We'll see. It doesn't matter what is happening. It doesn't matter. So it's already complete as it is. So maybe there are thoughts going, there's sitting, there's attention. It's not yours, it's not mine, it's what is happening in space. So the body can be there, but there are no borders. So the body isn't solid and real. So it's not about this is happening in my body. We can talk about that, of course, and that's what we normally say. Wait. And that doesn't change. Well, at the same time, nothing is real. It's an appearance of everything, complete as it is. With a sitting, the wall, glass of water, maybe. So there's nowhere to go. And that's strange because that's what normally is going on, that there's an idea about how can I live my life? What can I do with some problems there maybe are, or there seems to be, or feelings and struggling. It's strange to hear that there's nowhere to go. Because that construct trying to deal with everything, it always has the feeling of there's something missing. There's a search going on. It's not even maybe in words, but in a feeling and a discomfort. And there seems to be trying to feel okay and moving away from discomfort and pain and all that. So that's not in the mind. You can say, I won't do that anymore, but it's so energetic. It can be so strong or more subtle. It changes maybe. There's nothing wrong with that, but there can be like, what is that? And how can I, all that? Because when that's there, that energy is there, there are also thoughts about what's going on and trying to deal with it. The strange thing is, when everything is lost, that whole being busy with everything is also lost. It's not even lost, it's just not arising. And in the same time, you could say, then there's no escape, because that's what me does. It's trying to escape from feelings of discomfort and pain and all that. And trying to look for something else that makes it better, or makes it feel more relaxed and all that. Maybe in these meetings and all that. So there's trying to escape from what is. It's an endless trying, because there is no escape. But it feels like, oh, maybe I'm feeling better when that's not there and all that. It's what it is. So can be a lot of searching for, oh, I want to know me also, because that feels like no worries anymore, and feels like maybe there will be joy, and everybody has different ideas about how it will be, looking at people that talking about that. There's also no escape, of course. There's no escape from anything, because when those ideas of trying to deal with it and what is that and trying to work it out, when they don't arise, there's no escape from anything. So it's full on. There's full on joy, but there's full on, I don't know, awful. No, it's not awful, but then it seems like it's awful, because can't even say what it is normally. But it's completely that. It's not awful, because that's what we normally do. We look at it and think like, oh God, this is awful. I don't want this and all that. That's also not happening. So it's not awful, but the feeling is completely there, of course. And it's not my feeling. And it's not saying that to myself, because that's a new concept, and saying to myself, oh, it's not mine, so it's in the air somewhere. And that's also a subtle new way of dealing with it. Even that isn't arising. So it's full on. And then after a while, there's something else that's going on. There's somebody saying full on joy and then full on pain. And the pain is aliveness. Everything is aliveness. Also the pain. And also sitting. And also the table. Yeah, everything is that. And we think, most people, I think, or a lot, maybe more people, I think aliveness is like, but it's very silent and subtle or strong. Yeah. And it's also pain, of course. But we are so used to name it, give it a name, and trying to work it out and thinking like, what is this and all that. Trying to deal with it in the end, trying to make it less or wanting to get rid of it and all that. That does it, and the strange thing is that it's not about saying like, oh, it's okay and let it be for what it is and all that. That can be also going to the doctor. I don't know. That it's just what's going on. So there's no trying to change it. Whatever is happening is not there. So there can be anything. There's so many ideas how to deal with everything. But there's no dealing. You can't even imagine what that is. I can't be saying how that is. I can't say. It's completely unknown, different. Very normal and simple, too. There can be a waiting for something. What I remember now, I was waiting for that moment that there's something going on, there's something happening, there's some energy or some, I didn't even know what, but I was waiting for something. You wait forever. And I was in meetings and somebody said, yeah, you wait forever. And I was like, yeah. And I forgot. And I was still the waiting. So it was like, there has to be something. It has to be something different at what's going on now. And when there's that moment of lost, then it was like, oh, it was already. Oh, it was it's a slight, a subtle moment of disappointment because that huge waiting and expectation was so big. It wasn't like that. It's very normal. It's not even can be not even noticed. Yeah, that's so strange. Mm. So it's already exactly what is going on. It's that hand, it's sitting, it's the computer. It's not about you or your life or what you're feeling. It's everything. So it doesn't matter what is going on. There is no right or wrong. There is exactly that what is happening. That what is. And that's complete as it is, like a feeling, the wall, hand.
Sitting on the couch, drinking
Sitting.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very simple.
yeah, it is.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But you had also a period that you didn't had money to
Ah,
spend,
yeah. Yeah.
and then
Mm.
can you share about that?
Ah, no money. Yeah, but there was that. Well, money is the circumstances seem very important. So it seems like circumstances are happening to me. So one of the things can be relations, but one of the things too is money, because that seems to be necessary to survive. When there's no money, um, that fear of not surviving can be very strong. So it seems it's about money, and it helps to do things and have enough food and all that. So, and then what here was happening, it was such a strong uh, going on to survive, not having money and doing any job I could have, and there was something going on, and then I lost that job, and then there was another job because I was a therapist, and that the people they were coming, they didn't come anymore, so I didn't have that work, and everything I didn't work out. So it was like, and I had children, so it was like, oh, this energy, what I'm showing now, it was like, oh God, what can I do? And I have to go on, and oh, I do that one, and I did everything, and it didn't work out, and it was less and less and less and less. There was a panic going on also, because I had to do it. I was so busy with controlling and all that, and then there was some moment, there was somebody asking me, and how are you doing? And then there was a break, like I break, oh, how do you say that? I was crying, and I couldn't stop crying, because I don't know, there was so much crying and so much like, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't. But I had so much fear about that. And then there was that cry. It doesn't mean it has to go like that, but this is a story of Rose. And I was in a meeting of Tony. In that moment, I was talking with someone, and I was crying, and I was a bit ashamed about the crying, because in those non-duality meetings, no one is showing any feeling. So, and I was crying, so I was a bit ashamed about that I was like that and all that. God. And then somebody said, "Oh, I can ask something about this to Tony." And I was like, "No, I don't want you to expose me." Oh God, I was so afraid of that everybody would see like how I dealt with this, and I was so much crying, and I felt so much shame and all that. What that person did, and Tony addressed to me, that was strange, because I can't remember. Even at that moment, I couldn't hear what he was saying, because I don't know why, but I can't even remember also. And then there was something changing. I can't even say what. So it's not because of him or because of what he was saying, but there was some change there was something not there anymore. People around me could feel it. There was something, and I think when I look back, there was that idea that I had to do it. That suddenly I couldn't do it anymore. So it was lost. But that was not like I wanted that, but it just wasn't there anymore. And then, no, it was never money is no issue, because it's not about money. The strange thing is, we think money is the problem. It's not about the money, it's about me. And you can't do it. So that when there's a fear going on and trying to deal with then that's what's going on. Everybody's different, so it can be a way of dealing with it, and fear. But it's the fear because you feel like I am existing and I have to survive. And money is one of the things that helps to survive. So that can be a big issue about money. It has nothing to do with money. Money is just, what is money? Even if you look at it, you look at your bank account, it's only, how do you say, cijfers, marks, numbers. It's only numbers. So it's so strange. We are so into like, oh, it's less and less and less, and even it's minus. I had minus. Yeah, it's just minus that. It's just there's nothing happening, there's nothing going on, but it feels, and that's the dream. The dream is that I have to survive, I have to do, and because of that, and being focused on that issue, because you have to make it right. There's no one, so you can't make it right. There's no one doing it, so there is no control. But that can go on for a while. That feeling like I have to have control, my control back, and I have to do something about it. It's so energetic. It's not about money. No, money isn't any issue. There are no circumstances. That's so strange. There are, of course, there seems to be circumstances like that street or that wall or that house. But that's it. It doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't happen to you. There is no you. There's only one. So there's walling, feeling, and the idea of there's money going on. It's a dream. It's not about, life is not about money or about something that makes your life more comfortable, all that makes you survive. There is already no one. There is already no one. So there's nothing existing. You're not existing. There's no life of Roes or someone. There never was. So there's sitting. Maybe there's hunger or pain or the table. But the suffering is that you are responsible. You have to do it and all that. So that dream of making it happen and having a free will and I am responsible and in control, that's the dream. It's a dream. There never was. It's a misunderstanding. It's already complete as it is. But it's singular. It's only that feeling. The wall, water, watch, sound, smell, something. It's not someone smelling. There is no one. Smell is singular. So it's that. It's a celebration of everything without going anywhere, without meaning. It's exactly that already. I feel the energy, said, and it's touching. Yeah, it's energetic. This is so energetic. It's not even to trying to work it out or all that. There can be that can be happening, that those thoughts. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's not about understanding. It's crazy. And it's also a relief that we don't need to understand and we don't need to work it out and all that, because that's so the normal way to work it out and to try to make it work and all that. We are so busy with all that and having problems how to do it, and it doesn't work, and the disappointment and all that. Oh my God. And there's no one. So there can be all that energy going on, but for no one. It's only that energy. There's nothing wrong or right with that energy. Well, it's going nowhere. Nothing is going anywhere. It is. It's that simple. It's hand, feeling, body, wall, pain, sadness, a watch. It's that simple. You don't need to see it or do it, because that's what we normally think. We have to apply what she or he is saying. There's even no need for that, because it's already going on. There's no need for anything. It's exactly that what's going on is it. That's the amazing thing of this, that it's already, so there's nowhere to go. There's no need for anything else, because that what's going on is already complete. That's stunning. And we were always convinced that there's something missing, something wrong. I should do this and all that and all that. This is not the right thing. And oh, now I'm feeling this. And oh, what's going on here? And it's already, it's everything. The way that hand looks, that face, that wall, it's everything. To sing in a choir. Yeah. And it doesn't mean it's nice. It's not about, this is not about nice. It's about everything. But the strange thing is, when that whole idea about, it's not only an idea, but that whole energy about, oh, this is pain. There's moving away from pain and trying to feel good. When that's lost or not so much there anymore, it's like, oh, it's everything. And then there's nothing wrong with anything. Of nothing wanting going away from anything, because it's not awful or wrong. It's what it is. It's completely different. And there can be moments of that, of course, that suddenly there's no battle going on or no trying and all that. And that's in that way, it's a relief. Can be. We can't do this. This is not something you can do. There's already no one. So there's also no one to say, oh, everything is all right as it is, or all that. No, it's not all right. It's not okay. It's or the taste of water, or that face. It's exactly that face. Yeah. Moving around. It's different. It's only different. What is it? We are so into that this is better than that. It's such a misunderstanding. How can it be better or worse? It's what it is. Looking like this, yeah? And I can be saying like that, oh my God, what is that face going on? Yeah? What? So what? It's like that. Yeah. Mm. And there's a question, is memory also just memory going on? There can be memory. I don't know if it's really happened or, yeah, there can be memory. Not that much. But yeah, it can be also wrong memories or wrong in the way, like we're playing games and then John is saying like, I was winning yesterday. And I was like, yeah. And then I'm doing like that because I didn't remember so much, a little bit. And then he said, yeah. And I said, yeah. And then it wasn't true. So there can be not a memory or a memory which is different than what it was. Well, it doesn't matter. Then there's that memory or those images about the story. There can be also, and that's so funny, in the night. There was watching a movie, and then in the night, there's going on, and it seems like memories, but it was about the movie, and then I was busy with what was going on in the movie and trying to do, and then suddenly it was like, what's going on here? And then it stopped. But it stopped after a while, but it seems like it's a memory, but yeah, images. The brain can do so much. Nothing is more important than anything else. So that is amazing, that nothing is important. No. When there's me, there's a lot of times there's thinking everything has a meaning. Not in that way, like everything has a meaning, but when there's something going on, immediately there's a meaning in it, or this is good, this is bad, this is important, this it's something going on. It's trying to deal with it. Can be very subtle or stronger. It's so strong. When there's me, then there's trying to deal with it. That's part of the me construct, because there's somewhere there's a feeling, there's something missing, there's something wrong, so I have to make it right. That energy can be, that's me, that's so strong. It's not you doing it, it's that energy, it's going like that. And there can be moments that it seems like it's lost the importance, and then it's not going somewhere. And sometimes it feels like, it's going, I have to do, and it can be very strong and possessive and, well, how do you say that? Focused. Yeah? Feelings are feelings. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that feeling. Yeah, can be. That's it.
Rose,
Yeah.
I
Hi.
I was just wondering, like, can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Like about memories, because it's really interesting. Like, like, can you remember, like, when memories were personal and then they were not personal? Like, what's really the differences? Because it's a tricky thing, the memories, because I mean, what do we remember? And like, it's so selective sometimes.
But it's not important. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
right.
matter if it's personal or not. I don't know. But there can be memories of a movie, or of me, or I don't know. Well, yeah, there can be. Well, yeah. It's like the table. There's no meaning in it.
No, but like the memories of the past and stories, and then like you see it and think about that, try to make sense, all that kind of stuff. This is like very personal, right? Like when you're really busy with the memories, or like we're just passing by.
Yeah. There can be being busy with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's going nowhere. There can be, because it seems important, and there's maybe some feeling attached, and there's going on something. Yeah, can be there, and then it's gone again. It's the same as anything else. And because we are people, we think like that's important and feelings are important. The table, no, it's not important. But it's the same. It's also energy. And we attach meaning to certain things because that seems a bit about our life. So it's confirming that we exist and all that. There's no one existing. It's that memory. It's not my memory of my. No, it's those images, and that's it. Without meaning.
Because like if there is like a memory and it's a painful memory, so it's like you sometimes busy with it or try to make some sense or something. Like that sounds like very personal. That can still happen. That can still happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there can be a memory of what was happening suddenly there. Yeah, there can be a feeling. And we think, and that's also part of that, we think that the feeling is because of that memory. No, it's not. That's crazy because that's so much in relation, because it's in that same moment or it seems like that. No, that can be memory, feeling. It's singular. And we are so used to a continuation and because and all that. So it's taking it apart, in a way. So it's not making it into a story anymore. So it can't be. And when there's me, of course, seems that's confirming something about the past and of course when there's a feeling involved or a sad feeling, then there's going on about it and thinking about it and making it's more real than
Because I do remember like that in the past, like before that, like the past was really very important. Like you really like really busy with it, and so like there are changes.
Yeah, it's more like that. When that gets a lot of attention, it's like confirming and it's going on.
Yeah.
But when it's not that interested, it's going like that. It's not interested so much anymore. So then it doesn't arise so much. There's nothing much going on. Yeah. But it's by itself. So when there's a lot of stories going on, it's also when people tell a story about something and there can be no interest anymore. But everybody has that. It's not like here also, but people like, oh my God, what a story! Come on, or something like that. Maybe you don't say it, but something. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it's funny because like the heaviness is like not there anymore.
Yeah, that can change.
Seriousness,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's somebody saying, I can't see what you're saying, that nothing is wrong. Oh. My daughter is waking me up at 4 a.m, and the fatigue and thoughting is very strong. Is this energy of the collective or my stress? Oh, yeah. It feels like, oh my God, can't you sleep more? Of course. It's not about saying like it's okay, because there can be irritation going on. Of course. Well, then there's irritation and wanting it differently, maybe, or something like that. Yeah. That's me. Me is there's trying to change it, and that when that's going on, that's going on. When there's no me, it doesn't mean there will be no fatigue or stress or irritation. That can happen. There's no escape from all that. So when there will no, it's not so much here happening, but when there's somebody waking up at 4 o'clock, it's like, what are you doing? Can be, or maybe a thought or all that can happen. Yeah, of course that can happen. There's nothing wrong with that, but can be irritation and stress and like that, or it's not mine, it's not yours, or it's not because of her. It's like it's what is happening, and so this is not about feeling good about what's going on. No, there's no escape. This is about no escape. So everything is full on. And the strange thing is, when everything is full on and there's nothing going on, trying to change it, that there's no escape, and there's something else going on too. Like, oh, it's not at the moment thinking that, but it's like that whole structure about trying to change and wanting it differently is a lot of stress. So in that way, there's a relief, but it doesn't mean there's no fatigue anymore, but there's no fighting against it. And then suddenly there's something else going on. But I can't tell you how that is, because it's always different. But that strong thing, that idea about how I have to deal and I want it in a certain way, and that whole thing, that is exhausting. And that's me going on, trying to do it in my way, that there is no my way. So it's the loss of all the control. And there can be, when there's me, there is, in a way, there is that trying to deal with it and all that. When there's fatigue, there can be fatigue, or there can be really being tired. Yeah, can happen. It's it's not a guarantee that there won't be tiredness anymore, there won't be irritation anymore. No, that's life. Life is everything. So maybe there's a daughter waking up, or there's someone who's ill, or there's all kinds of situations. There's no control. There's sadness, or irritation, or lying down. I don't know. Yeah. But it's not wrong or right. It's what it is. It's not saying that to yourself, because that makes it, in a way, also different. And that's the trouble with this, you could say. You can't do this. And that's what we're used to, trying to deal with circumstances, or what's going on, or feelings. And that's what me is. Me is trying to deal with it, because it wants to feel good, in a way, and moving away from discomfort and irritation and all that. This is about no escape. No escape. There's no one. So everything is what it is, and it can be, of course. Of course. Yeah. And normally it's not so much addressed to, because that's the idea about, oh, no problems, and there's a joy, and there's a freedom, and it's heard like that. And it's not heard that it's everything. It's said it's everything, but yeah, the wanting to feel better can be so strong that it's heard like, oh, I want that freedom, and I want that, oh yeah, that would be so great, and no problems anymore. And it's not hearing, it's everything. It's also, irritation. It's, so tired. And of course, there's no escape from anything. But it's not yours. That's completely different. I can't say how, what, yeah. That fight, that going on, that trying and all that, it's exhausting. And it can be frustrating that trying is still going on. So there's something going on, like, that trying, I don't want that trying anymore. How can I stop that trying? Then that's the wrong thing. So it jumps on anything. Me is more clever and more clever, because there can be an understanding somewhere, and then it's more subtle. There's nothing wrong. You can't say that to yourself, because that's, in the same time, it's just a concept. There's no escape. There's no one. Also your daughter, there's no one. there's no one. There's that body. There's that crying maybe, or yeah, and that's what's happening. Mm.
It's actually so crazy that everything happens the way it is, and then like on the top of it, there's that extra thing.
Yeah,
It's so, I mean,
yeah.
it's so weird in a way. It's
And we're
how this is.
so normal. It's so the normal way. It's
Yeah,
not even noticed,
yeah,
or yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
How this is impossible. It's like, like
And it
what is
seems
it?
like we are so believing that we're in control, and we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
that's
be
it.
in control and all that.
Yeah,
It never was, but oh wow, that is. I know, of course, I did that. It's so strong, and so
yeah.
not even doubting it or discussing, questioning it. Yeah,
Like it's happening anyway, and then it's like, yeah, but why it's happening? You know, why that
yeah,
way? Like where
yeah,
is it going to, and where is it going to stop,
yeah, yeah.
and all of that is just not needed, but it's there. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it's so strong because it. I
yeah,
don't want this. I want
yeah, I
something
don't want
else.
this.
It's so strong. Yeah,
Why this?
and I don't want this. I don't want this.
Yeah, yeah.
And
The
then that's
struggle,
going on.
but it's happening anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Well, it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
we can laugh about it, but it's also
I
so
know, I know.
frustrating. Yeah,
It is, it
yeah,
is, it is.
yeah.
Uh,
That's
and you
it.
think one day I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
wow.
I,
That's the same thing. God. Yeah.
but it's madness in a way because like
Mm.
the whole dialogue is madness.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's what it is. So there's a lot of dialogue and it's going nowhere, but it feels like I'm busy and I will find a solution. I will, oh, and all that.
Yeah,
Wow, it's so convincing. That's how it is. It's so convincing that we are capable to change or to do anything.
well,
And the disappointment that it's not going in that way. And we did try it, and 2 times it was going, and then the third time it doesn't work anymore. So, like, what is that? What did I do? Or what did what's God? God.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you think like that all the stories is like this is who I am. Like I am the stories. I'm like in
Yeah,
the
of course.
stories.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is so completely like the questioning, the whole idea that you are in this body, you have your life in a way, and you can control it. That questioning all that, it's like a building. It's like, and it's
Yeah.
taking the breaks and like, oh my, the bricks and all that, like, oh my God, yeah, but I have to go because it can be a
Yeah.
relief, but it can also be a threat. Like, oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
losing
yeah, yeah.
control.
True.
That's
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
such a
Yeah.
fear.
I still
Yeah,
have it sometimes. It's like pretty scary, and yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. I don't even
yeah,
know what it is, but it's like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like in the stories, like I used to have really a lot of dialogue going on, and very
Mhm.
neurotic ones, very busy, very neurotic.
Yeah,
And when I look back, I think like, how could I live like this? It's like it's completely madness. Like when
uh,
you're really, really, really in the
yeah,
story,
yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah,
really think it is,
yeah. It's so much. And so much. All those ideas seem so
Yes,
real. And yeah,
noise, so much noise. Wow, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
terrible.
Awesome. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I think. It's like the situation is confirming that you have to do something, because when you don't do anything, everything goes wrong. And it's that energy can go on. Like I need to do that, because if I don't do that, there will be no money. And then, whoa, there will be my children and all that, or my mother, or all that. So the situation seems like to confirm that ideas that are like, I have to control my life, I have to do something. So that seems like the situation is making it even more real. That's so confirming what's going on. And then the fear that when I don't do anything, everything goes wrong. It's not about not doing anything, because that seems to be like there's some that I'm saying that it's not about not doing anything. It's about nothing is important. There's no one controlling anything. So this is not a tool to lead your life in a different way. There is no my life. So this, you can't do something with it. This is not knowing.
What you just said about like confirmation, like looking for the confirmation, like I did it.
Yeah.
Is this the seeking too? Like a seeking of like the confirmation I did it? I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know, and that's confirming that
Right.
I'm capable. I have a free will, and look, this is what's going on. So that's confirming that I'm here, because that's very important that it's confirmed. Because
Yeah.
when that's not, that's what can happen in these meetings. It's not
Yeah.
confirmed, and then it seems to fall apart, and it's like, oh God, what's there can be a relief in that, but also it's a fear, like what's going on. Yeah, or tiredness. I don't know. I was always tired when I was to these meetings, because there was a relief. I didn't know how that happened, but and then it jumped back again and did go on. Yeah. It's so strong. It's so that fear that everything goes wrong when I'm not there, or I'm not doing it, or it's up to me, it's my responsibility. And some people are the opposite, like, oh, it's not my response. And that's what it's the same, it's the other side of the same story, of course. It's never enough.
But it's the same, right? It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's the same thing. Yeah, it seems like that's better. No, it's not about no responsibility. No, that's also try to dealing with life.
And then they argue they argue with each other, like the one that
Yeah.
had the responsibility with the one that didn't want to have the
Yeah.
responsibility.
Of
Right?
course you meet then somebody who doesn't have, of course. It's like, oh my God.
And who's right
Yeah.
and who's wrong? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm better because I take responsibility. Why don't you do that? Of course, that's going on. Oh, well, everybody knows in a way.
In my family, like in the past time, that was every
Yeah,
day, nearly every day.
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody was right or wrong, so the arguments would go on and on and
Yeah,
on.
of course, but because everybody is in his own bubble. So I'm
Yeah,
right in the way I'm doing it, or maybe
yeah,
not feeling it always, but try. It's
right,
an
right.
endless discussion.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
oh.
Uh,
But what is fascinating to me that like even when there is no me, it's like in the story, like it's impossible to look like what's going on in somebody's else like world or like head, you know, like I cannot look in Rose's head and to see what's going on in there.
no.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah, so everybody is in his, you could say, like everybody is in his own bubble, because it's
Yeah,
seeing and feeling in a certain way. So that we don't meet. It's completely, you don't know. So it's different.
but what I
It's
say, even without the me too, it's not
yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
But when the importance is lost, then it doesn't matter so
It
much.
doesn't matter. No.
And that can be irritating. Like, what a fuck, what's going on? What are you saying? Come on. Or anything. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hi, Roes.
Oh, I
It's
can't
Lauren.
hear you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, my signal might not be very good, actually.
Yeah. Sometimes there's something else, but now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what you said, you know, I something could hear that. But I was the one that asked you about,
Mm.
being irritated for
Yeah.
waking up at 4.
Mm.
Was this idea that if I was not tired or irritated, I would be a better mother.
Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah. That's so many ideas about motherhood, how you should be. Yeah. It's complete. It's exactly how it goes. It can't be different. It's not about a good mother or a bad mother. It's it's perfect as it is. It doesn't mean it's nice or a nice feeling. There's nothing wrong with anything. With irritation. There can be irritation. I think your daughter is also irritated. It can be. It's not, yeah, it can be, "Rah!" Yeah,
Yeah, I
of course.
think so.
And that's okay. But when I do that, there's so many ideas about that. I know, of course. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that. There's nothing wrong with it. There can be irritation. Yeah. And then it's breastfeeding or there's feeding and maybe she feels it and all that. Oh, God. So many ideas about that.
There's
Yeah.
never been something that was so obviously out of my control.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, and like there's so many ideas. It's because of the summer solstice,
Mm.
It's because of this, it's because of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That comes up when there's no control. There seems it can be like it's more because that's fighting for its life. Like, oh, I want to solve my problems or be the best mother as I think it should be and all that. And you can't. And it's like, oh God, that feels horrible. And it can be. And it's only fighting that conclusion or that belief. It's a misunderstanding. There is no good mother or bad mother. There is even no mother. God.
Mm.
It's there's that situation and there's sitting and irritation and all that. Or something else.
I'm looking really tired.
Yeah. And be
That's,
so tired. Yeah.
that's
And be tired.
awful.
But we
Yeah.
think, I am tired the whole day, I'm looking like that and all that. No, it's suddenly it's seeing in the mirror or feeling, and then there's drinking a glass of water. It's something else. It's not about you or your daughter. Life is not about you or your daughter, or it's not even your daughter. It's like she's there, and then that's something else is going on. So it's everything. We are so focused on a relation and then that relation needs to be good in a certain way. There is no relation. There's no someone there in like the daughter and here. There is what is going on, and then that's the way it is. It has nothing to do with a way of living. We are so many looking at it, looking down and seeing like what is the best. No, it's exactly that's the Lauren way. Yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
It seems like harder to like hear you when I'm so tired. It's interesting.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to hear it because it's energetic, so it doesn't matter. Because you don't have to do anything with it. That's what normally what you think. Like I should hear it and maybe do something. No, it's like it's better to be tired. No, it's not like that because then we also busy with that. I can't even hear what you. I can't even all the words. It's just too much. Okay, nothing wrong with that because it's energetic. So it's going in a certain, and I don't know how it's going. Maybe it's even less control than I don't know. But it's like that. Life is the
Yeah.
boss. Yeah, and we think we have to do it. No, you can't. You can't. That's the trouble. You think you have to do it. That's exhausting. You can't. There is no one doing that. It's just what's going on. And you can trying to fight it and trying to have ideas about. Well, that's exhausting. That's the exhausting bit. And when there's a tiredness, then there's a tiredness. Yeah, there can be. Well, it's not all day. It's, of course, there can be. And then less attention for the baby, or maybe. Come on, that's so many ideas about how it should be. And look at the internet and they're showing how you should do it. Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
It's exactly how it's going. That's life. That's it. How can that be wrong? It's life already. It's that unconditional love in that way. It's in that way. It's that irritation way. Yeah, can be. Yeah. It's also irritation. We think irritation is bad for the baby or for someone else. Irritation is that energy. What's wrong with that energy? It's only yeah. And then it's going in that way, and so, or it's nice. Why is that different? It's just different, or it's better than that, or all that. We all those or they. It's just different. It's only different. Also for a really small child, it's just different energy. There's nothing wrong with energy, but it's different, and there can be a response. No, then there's a response, or in the story. Well, yeah, it's energy. We have ideas about how to behave. It's irritation. Yeah, tension, relaxation. It's what it is. It's not done by someone. It's what is. It's life. It's energy. It's all that. So in those situations where there's a child, there's so many ideas about how to deal with it. It's endless. There's no one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Anita.
Yeah, Roes, yeah, there's a kind of a relief going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so happy and grateful that you are sharing with
No. Yeah.
also with Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was also thinking, so I followed the course Unity and Duality,
Mm.
and then there was also with the babies, there was a
Ah,
working with babies,
yeah.
and then she was always saying, yeah, but that's also the information that we get in the course. You have to be in a good condition because yeah, the surroundings is feeling it, and the
Oh,
baby is
yeah.
feeling it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And that it's a misunderstanding, and there's nothing wrong with that misunderstanding, but it's a misunderstanding. It's, yeah, when there's someone there's always dealing with something like me or the baby should feel okay all the time. That's and there's moving and there's trying to not feel pain and all that. Yeah, it's that's and we have control. We are able to do things and we have a free will. Yeah. It's not that I don't want that, but it's just it's not there. Yeah. This is just sharing about how do you mean free will? There is no free will. How can you say there's a free will? I can't see it. I can't. What is that free will? What it's more like that. It's not like I'm convinced that there's no free will and I'm sharing that. I'm not like well. How can you believe there's a free will? How can you see what is going on? How but there's no one. What is there? What is that? No, there's nothing inside. How do you know there's something inside? It's more the other way around. It's more like questioning it and thinking like, oh, well, I can't see it. How do you? What is that? And it's being so convinced that there's something going on and we can do something about it. When that's lost, it's like, oh, well, there's no escape. It's not that I like that or I find that okay or anything. It's just how it is. And sharing that. Yeah. And other people may be convinced of something else. Yeah, can happen. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Wonderful to see you speaking also.
Thank When I was in a search and I was busy and I was there and I was always busy with trying to have insight. If I wanted to have insights, I want to something to feel better about what's going on, and not saying that to myself, but there was something for a better life, and also about an insight. I want an insight. What can I do? Or when I was talking about no me, I wanted no me to have no me anymore, living a life without a me. And I had ideas about how that would be, because that would be more feeling more freedom and feeling more joy maybe, and easygoing, and maybe somewhere there was something going on even in the background, like there will be life would be wonderful and amazing and all that. Not hearing that it's everything. It's so amazing. This is so strong, that energy trying to deal and trying to wanting that, and this is not about the wanting. Is completely lost. There's nothing to want. There's no one. So there can be wanting nice weather, but yeah. Oh, it's not. Yeah. So it's more like, yeah, life doesn't care about me or you. Life doesn't care. It's not seeing someone. It's that energy, that and then seeing table and body and we are like there's so the belief that we are in this body. This is separate from the world and from other persons, and we have to deal with what's going on because it's happening to me and I feel what's going on, and I have to feel I want to feel in a certain way. But when I'm a mother or a partner, I have to deal with the other person and I have to take care, or maybe he or she has to take care, or with a child, I have to make her happy all the time. And there's so many ideas about that. It's exhausting, that finding that there's control and I have to do. So there's a lot of problems going on because I can't make it. There's a lot of disappointment and feeling I'm not enough, because that's how it's going, and trying to do more and to be exhausted and do even more because I have to. That's so strong. It's an energy. It's not like only that I want that, but it's just that energy can be so strong. And when it's strong and it's focusing, it's even getting more stronger and going and all that, and the restlessness and all that. And not being able to see that there's another possibility. And this is talking about another possibility, but it's so out of the story. It has nothing to do with circumstances. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with how the body feels. Everything is an appearance. It's exactly that what it is. Sensations somewhere, a feeling, the wall. There are no borders. It's a chaotic like there, and there's no separation. There is no separation. There never was. There can be ideas and beliefs and all that. They're not important. Nothing is important. Nothing is more important than anything else. So that's unconditional freedom. It's already going on in any kind of way, irritation and water and anything, fire. It's exactly that. It doesn't mean it's nice. It has nothing to do with nice and awful and bad and good. There is no bad and good. It's only in the story that there seems some bad and good, but there's also, like, some people say this is bad and other people say no, it's right. So there's whatever, we don't know. There's only, in the end, not knowing. There's not knowing, and it's as it is. And the amazing thing about life is that it's a celebration of everything, but a celebration of everything. So when there's all those beliefs and concepts are lost, it's very normal. Like, oh, there never was Rose. There never was a life of Rose, of someone. There never was. There was a misunderstanding. There's nothing wrong with that because that's going on also. That it is a misunderstanding, and there's no escape from anything. So there can be trying and being busy with that. That energy can go on because that's so strong, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't help anything because there's no one to help. It's exactly that what is happening. It's already complete as it is. That's the joy. That's the unconditional freedom, but also the unconditional love of life. It's already. Thank you. Thank you.
This is so amazing. Thank you, Rose. Beautiful.